gentlemen, what's happening? So we got fragrance, dupes, or clones. Gentlemen, I just want to start out by saying I cannot stand dupes, clones. I hate every last one of them. Now, my mind could be changed into liking them, but my first experience with a clone, dupe, replica, horrible. The first clone that I had was Armaf Club de Nuit, if that's the name. It's supposed to be a clone of Creed. Horrible. This terrible. Absolutely terrible. Now, I just mainly got it because it was really cheap, and I thought that, fragrances are fragrances, it doesn't really matter. Until I smelled it. So I put it on, what I'm saying? Horrible experience. And then I found out that it was a clone for Creed. And in my mind, I'm just like, bruh, I could have just saved up bread and bought the real thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's a story on how, like, I just don't like dupes, clones. I don't like any of them joints because dupe is short for duplicate. Replica is the opposite of authentic, a replication of the authentic. I'm not out here trying to be using off-brand stuff, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's like a pen or something, but I can't do the dupes, bro. I can't do the dupes. So for that to be my first introduction getting into the game or the hobby of fragrances is wild. So dupes, I can't do the dupes, right? So I want to get into just saying, like, you got to get the real thing. You got to get the real thing. Or if the real thing is just too much money, consider probably like buying it or borrowing it if you can and see what it smells like. You can't be out here getting the duplicates for like everything and just have your duplicate replica collection. That's wild. Like, why would you want to do all of that? I mean, if you wanted to, I just can't see myself be like, yeah, yo, I got this and that, and it's like 10 of them, and all 10 of them represents the real brand, and I don't got the real. That's why. That's wild to me. So I couldn't do it. But it's like, just think about, like, one of my favorite brands, because I'm new in the game, is Dolce & Gabbana. I got a lot of Dolce & Gabbana. Now, Dolce & Gabbana got history. They got different aspects of the business, models. They got shows. They got lotions. Dolce got a whole bunch of things. As a matter of fact, I think I was introduced to the brand by my sister. She was into the brand when I was younger. So that's the only reason how I know the name of the brand. So it's like, when Dolce & Gabbana came together to make the fragrance for men, Pour Homme, there was some work there. There's a lot of testing going on. There's a lot of experimentation going on to formulate it the way that they wanted to make it. They had to list notes. They had to design the bottle. And then they finally put it out. And we was excited. You went out and you bought it. And you walking around like, yo, I'm smelling like Dolce & Gabbana. You feeling good. To then have Richard or Richard and John walk past you and smell you and say, sir, what are you wearing? And you're like, I got on this Dolce & Gabbana. And they're like, this is at the top, this is sage, this is the middle. Or I could make that. And then they go in their lap and make the same thing, bro. And instead of calling it Dolce & Gabbana, they call it what they smelled off of you because they have a nose for it. They might be in the perfume industry. They might have worked for one and quit. They smell you, go and recreate it, copy off of the bottle, and give it a whole other name that nobody knows the name of. It could be something like Max and Jerry's Aromatics, like wild. And it smells just like the Dolce & Gabbana. So now me and you, we the shoppers, we the consumers, we don't know that. We just go out and buy the cheaper one, and then the person behind the counter like, yeah, it smells just like Dolce & Gabbana. And then we're like, okay, I'll take it. $18.99. Come on, bro. You gotta be more. You gotta have more integrity than that, bro. You gotta have more integrity than that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I can't do the dupes, man. I can't do the dupes. I'm not. I mean, I reserve the right to change my mind and maybe get one or two, but I gotta get the real thing. I don't care how much these things cost. Like LV Imagination could cost maybe 500. I'm not gonna get the cologne. I'm gonna save up and I'm gonna get the real joint. I can't do it. I don't know how guys and girls. I mean, I know girls is not buying dupes. It's only dudes. But I don't know how you got. I don't know how anybody can do it. I couldn't do it. So, gentlemen, I'm not getting on you. If you a dupe collector, if you got mad replicas, let me know in the comments what's your favorite one. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm open to being wrong. You could correct me on dupes. If you had a good experience, let me know in the comments. And if you're a dupe collector, so let me know what you think about my opinion on dupes and why I don't think anybody should have dupes. Yeah, and give me a like if you like it, and I'll holla at your boy.